Here begins the tale of Owain and Gawain, whose valor and skill led them to fame. It all started on Pentecost, then called Whitsunday, where a great feast took place to celebrate the day. In King Arthur's court they told many a story, and spoke of their honor, virtue, and glory. But one knight told a tale after the fest, of his, Sir Colgravance's, own exceptional quest. 6 years prior he rode alone on his steed, in search of adventures and performing good deeds. He met a knight and a lady after a day, and in their noble company they bade him stay. But after one night he rode out once more, to find what adventures he had in store. In a forest he came upon a hunchbacked brute, who told Sir Colgrevance along which route he could find a place to test his might, and so set out the gallant knight. He was to find a well under the fairest tree in the land, and pour water from its gold basin upon the stone with his hand. When he did this, a storm filled the air. He battled the elements till all was once again fair. But the land's knight and lord was enraged by the storm, and challenged Colgrevance to fight in true knightly form. The knight's skill was too great, and Colgrevance was beat. It was with shame he concluded his tale of defeat. King Arthur, his queen, and band of knights were shocked to hear of his poor plight. Excepting Sir Kay, who was churlish and taunting, he mocked the knights and declared them undaunting. Sir Owain would simply not stand for such woe, so set out alone to conquer Colgrevance's foe. Alone he followed his fellow's exact course, till, sure enough, the knight appeared angry and hoarse. Their battle was fierce, but it was ultimately Owain, whose dominant skill left his opponent slain. But he could not celebrate, it caused him great strife, when he fell desperately in love with the dead man's wife. With the help of a maiden who respected Owain, the widow's love he eventually gained. The two were married, but Owain soon left, for what is a knight without a quest? But she made him promise to return in 1 year exactly, or she'd love him no more. She said this matter-of-factly. Well, what do you think? He forgot anyway. Now alone and wretched he ran far away. In the time he was gone, no one missed Sir Owain, like his friend and fellow knight, the brave Sir Gawain. Owain lived for some years, mad and naked in a wood, until two maidens recognized him and did him some good. They revived him with potion, and to show them his thanks, he defeated their enemy, the Earl Sir Allers, in his ranks. The maidens begged him to marry and stay for life, but alas, he could not, for he still loved his wife. So he set off again, he knew not where, and came upon a lion caught in a dragon's lair. He killed the dragon, the lion was free, but he swore to Owain his loyalty. So lion and man continued side by side, but soon found a place where more trouble would hide. At once came before him two tasks to fulfill, a maiden to rescue and a giant to kill. In the morning he and his lion were brief, in slaying the giant who had caused so much grief. By noon he set out, his lion with him, to save the maiden from a fate quite grim. After accomplishing such feats, he gained much fame. The Knight with the Lion became his new name. Yet despite all the glory and praise, he was cross. Poor Owain still lamented the woman he lost. But on he traveled with his lion friend, taking time to rest and to mend. Ere long another maiden sought his assistance, resolving a matter which faced much resistance. Her father had died and left his daughters his land. Her elder sister thought sharing an unreasonable demand. So they each chose a knight to fight in her name, and this maiden's choice was, of course, Sir Owain. He agreed to assist her in this familial fight, but it was too late to travel, so they sought shelter for the night. The place they took refuge, however, was cursed. By two beings so fearsome, there could be no worse. This was Owain's most savage battle to date. Still he won, freeing the castle's inmates. The king of that castle asked Owain to wed his daughter and heir, but Owain shook his head, for he could never accept any other wife than the one he had lost, the love of his life. Now the day was upon him to battle the knight, who the maiden's elder sister chose to partake in the fight. King Arthur himself oversaw this affair, though both knights were unknown, masked by their wear. To the amazement of all, they were equally matched, equal strength, equal skill, both equally scratched. The knights raged on, neither being bested, until finally the king insisted each rested. During the break, Owain asked the knight's name, and who should it be? None other than Gawain. Owain revealed himself too, and happiness shone from everyone present, for Sir Owain was home. The two knights embraced, and King Arthur saw fit to declare that the two maidens' land be split. Though this reunion was joyful, Owain would not stay, for he was too deeply shamed for driving true love away. He went back to the well where began his sad dealings, and conjured the storm to mirror his feelings. The very same maiden he once saved from dying came out to ask why Sir Owain was crying. He bemoaned that without his dear love he'd go mad, or die, because dying would not be as bad. The maiden swore to reunite the two soon, then left to seek the lady in her room. She begged the lady, "By God above, please help a poor knight reunite with his love." The lady swore on the Bible to do all she could do. So Sir Owain was brought before her view. Now the lady realized she had been deceived. It was not her ex-husband she expected to receive. But having sworn on the Bible, she upheld the deal. Owain leapt up to embrace her and kiss her with zeal. Despite the trickery, their love kindled anew, and they lived happily ever after, the Lion too.